do the intro like this, Calais. Oh, sorry, not that chord. One more time.
That was still cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
That was usable.
Let's keep it.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to throw on that chord.
All right, boys. Talk about that song before you get into the instruments.
So that was like an experimental neo funk jazz soul R&B, whatever you want to call it.
It's by a group called Athletic Progression, a song called White Crayon. It's a very interesting name to a very interesting song.
Very interesting piece.
Very complex. There's just so much chords being played at the same time. It's
Yeah,
like, what?
and it was in such a weird key. We had to transpose
Yeah,
regular A minor.
Sorry, I forgot to tell you why you're like trying to figure it out. I tuned up half a step, so
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
it's easier because like it's actually in A sharp minor or B flat minor.
We're at 9 o'clock now. It's like it's taken a little while. You know, I mean, one of the
Like a
things
good
is
3
like if you
hours.
listen to the track, there's a lot of vagueness going on with exactly what chords are used. So it's like
Yeah, I was trying to be as vague as possible on the guitar.
no, there was no. You guys did a beautiful job. So as you guys can see, Corey's playing a very big Farallon. No,
It really is a very, very big Farallon.
That's a cool ukulele.
It's a 6-string baritone,
steel string.
steel string.
That's like ukulele nui.
If you're like correcting people, they're like, "Nice guitar." Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like
6-string
ukulele
baritone.
nui.
Sorry, it's not the same. As you play a guitar song right in front of your face.
It is a really small body compared to what you hear.
But is I think it's very much like a regular guitar, which is nice.
It's just warmer than most guitars that size.
Which is a good thing, you know, because most times like guitars that size are very bright and doesn't have too much depth in it.
There is a kind of brightness to this, which is super nice.
It has good clarity. That's good. Because I know
So,
with
like-
like the concert, what was it, the Clara?
Yeah.
That's like probably the warmest instrument Blackbird makes, right? If I don't know if you guys feel the same, but
I think so. It's like that
I
really punchy low mid that it gets. Yeah.
because the one in the store is like really extra warm.
What's good is like Kalei actually chose that piece, and I think it matches very well for this guitar, especially like those chords.
You know, what's funny is that we don't know what we're gonna play until we get here too. So that's a good example of like how songs, you should play songs that match the sound of your instrument.
Yeah, that one is kind of a jazzy piece. This has a really nice.
It almost has like an arch top kind of tone from it in a way.
I don't know. It sounds like it sounds warmer than I would think with an arch top, but it's maybe the clarity, like on the high end, and sustain, really good sustain.
The whole
Yeah.
instrument is reverberating basically, right?
You do get a lot of natural reverb like overtones, but especially I was hearing that when you were soloing and stuff up there. It's lots ringing out.
And yeah, I wanted to do more, but I also didn't want to ruin what we were doing.
So go over this instrument and give us a sound sample.
So this is the Blackbird Savoy. I don't want to butcher it any more than I need to. The Savoy, and it's their smaller body guitar, and this is probably the most decked out version you can get because it has the sunburst, as you can see. This is an actual addition to the pick guard. You can get it without the pick guard. This is in the overall satin finish, very nice and soft. You can see the sunburst continues to the back of the body. And one thing that I found really interesting was the strap button placement. It's right here.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah, and it hooks in a way to where you can move around and you'll never really, unless you start doing the solo with your teeth and you bring it up like this, then there's a chance the hook might come off and you drop your guitar. But it's made of Ecoa, so you don't have to worry. You could drop it as many times as you want. Probably. I'm not going to say that it's a guaranteed, but it's very durable. You could,
I don't think you should drop these instruments.
don't drop it at all. I don't recommend dropping it at all.
It's only $2,000.
But with Ecoa, it's one of the
Can you
most...
give us an example of a tooth solo? No, don't.
I didn't actually play it.
Who did that? Was that Hendrix or?
It was Hendrix.
Yeah, he was the first one.
What a
But-
maniac.
Ecoa satin finish. Ecoa is one of the most durable materials out there. I've seen bike frames and boat paddles made out of them. They're probably going to be the replacement for carbon fiber. I don't want to say that. I like carbon fiber, but this is the world we're heading in to. So embrace the Ecoa because it's great. It sounds very much like a wooden instrument, as you could, as you would imagine. Hearing the Farallon and the Clara ukuleles. The same thing carries over to the guitars. Yeah, very full for the body. I mean, there's some depth to it that helps with that really low growl that you hear. And it is a little different from any other guitars that you would imagine or you'd usually hear, but it's still very nice sound, has very good sustain. We have regular 80/20 bronze strings on here, so it already adds to that overall brightness. Yeah, solid guitar. Scale length is around 23 and 23.8 inches, if I remember correctly. Everything on here, just like the Farallons and Claras, these are sustainable or made of sustainable materials. None of it is wood or any of those things. So, yeah, check out the Blackbird Savoy. This is one of my recently favorite guitars. sloppy because I didn't cut my nails before.
Uh,
I'm trying to play around not cutting nails.
it was actually really clean.
Okay.
Like, cleaner than you think.
Take Cully's stamp of approval.
So, you know, I've played a lot of guitars, and I mean, like, to me, the Blackbird, it kind of has its own sound, but it's, wait, don't go anywhere. I've got a question for you.
Sorry, I was unwinding my...
Oh, okay. So my take is, like, it's got a really deep open sound for the size, but give an honest assessment. I mean, you've played thousands of guitars.
Yeah. The thing that really stood out for me was that really strong low end, because you wouldn't expect it from this size guitar, but it has this very nice low end growl, which I like a lot. Because my first impression was this guitar is small, it can't sound that big. I was proven wrong. One thing that I noticed right off the bat, this is actually not the stock strings that came with it. They actually come with phosphor bronze strings, which will give you a lot more clarity. So
What's on it?
the regular 80/20 bronze. So you get a little bit more that really nice.
Actually, 80/20 I thought were a little bit brighter than phosphor bronze.
Yeah, they're bright, but then they're not as clear, I feel. There's like
I don't
better
even know
string
about these
brilliance.
adjectives we're using.
But
Put some excess on there.
yeah,
Those are nice.
phosphor
Yeah,
bronze.
how's the new Diodarios that I see downstairs? I haven't tried
They're
them.
good.
They're a
Yeah.
lot like Elixirs, but I think I like them better because the string feel is more realistic than
It's like
Elixirs.
crisp
Elixirs is like
feeling, right?
soapy feeling.
It is a coating
Yeah.
though,
Yeah. Very
so
much
it's
like
just
the-
a little bit more micro of a coat. Maybe.
feels like it's a little bit smaller than Elixirs.
Well, the polys were always kind of slippery, like
Super thick,
coated.
too.
Yeah. But what's the other one they make? The
The NanoWeb.
Yeah,
This one's not that far off from the
NanoWeb.
NanoWeb strings. It almost feels identical, but as you play it, as it wears out, you feel, oh, actually, it's actually a different string than Elixir, which I like a lot. I like something different. I've been playing Elixirs forever.
How's the price comparison?
A couple bucks cheaper, right?
I think it's almost like $10.
What?
$10
It's
difference?
almost $10 in difference, right? Or am I
Yeah,
looking
I
at the
thought they
wrong
were
price?
like 16,
That doesn't make sense.
17 bucks.
And the Elixirs went up. They're almost like
They're like
25
21.
$26.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh, that is
Right.
$10.
What I
Wow.
looked at,
Wow.
you know,
I didn't
I
even
could be wrong.
realize elixirs went up that much. That's crazy. Well, whatever.
Because in the store, it went from like 17 or 18.99 to like 22.99.
yeah, and
And
we
I
were
was like,
actually
"What?"
undercharging.
Well,
Yeah.
we've
For a long time.
kind of always charged less than what like stores in town were charging
right, yeah.
because we're like also an online store that tries to not be like
Hey,
too out of place with other. Yeah.
The only like ones like prices are super competitive to ours are like Sweetwater
Yeah.
or like those big because they buy like thousands of
Well, I mean,
sets, you
yeah.
know. Like,
I mean, it's not that. It's just like your business model. Whether you like plan on like some of these brick and mortar, like they make their bank off of just string sales from being the closest store to come in and get it. And I mean, people want to support a local store, and I get
Yeah.
it. So, on it right now is the XS or just the regular Diodario?
no, it's actually the Elixir 80/20 Lite.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so-
if you want a lot more clarity, 80/20 bronze, any of them I think are gonna sound great. Sorry, I almost burped. But yeah, what do you think?
Well, I've always heard the phosphor bronze as being more of a warmer, a little bit warmer than the 80/20. But, you know, I mean, what really matters is the player. And I always love it when you're playing it, dude.
Yeah, I kind of want to switch back to the regular strings. I think it would have worked a little bit better for what we were playing.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Because
so
that's the thing. Like this guitar actually has a lot of depth and warmth. I don't think it was in need of that.
There's a lot of tone coming from there. But if we're in the studio, we're gonna put this on an album and
Yeah,
sell
yeah,
it.
Then
maybe.
maybe get into the
But it
minutia.
still sounded good.
Yeah,
Speaking
Because
of
like I would have
which-
changed the strings on this ukulele if I was recording an album.
true.
That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Nothing wrong with the standard nylon Diodarios.
So on Friday, Corey did some samples on some deluxe Kamaka models. This one wasn't in the lineup. It got missed. But all the other ukes got sold from that, and
Oh,
That's my
rightly
bad,
so.
then.
They sound so good.
I was definitely gonna sell either pretty soon.
Yeah.
Might even be sold before the podcast.
Save
Maybe,
the best
yeah.
for last.
Yeah, so I mean, this ukulele, as you all know, is very similar to what I actually have at home. Just slight differences. This is the tenor HF3D 2i, I think.
Yeah.
And
See.
thank you. So this comes with a few upgraded features that you normally don't see on the standard HF3 models. It comes with a really nice cedar top for added overall tone, projection, sustain, and warmth. We have an ebony fingerboard, bridge, and faceplate with a slotted headstock and the Kamaka logo inlaid in abalone, as well as abalone fret markers. We have a abalone rosette, and the shell binding goes around the body as well. Ebony binding on the top and bottom sides. Upgraded koa for the back and sides, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is very curly koa. It's just so tight that you can't really see it. It's like almost quilted like velvet, you know.
Crushed velvet.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of like, you know, those the really thick fluffy rugs when you're a kid and you put your hand on it and then you can move it into different directions. It's almost like you could kind of feather it back and forth. But yeah, very gorgeous.
Magic.
Magic. Did you see it? Look. All right, so mahogany neck, and it's a gloss body and a semi-gloss neck.
That's new, you know.
A semi-gloss neck.
Yeah, like it used to be gloss satin. Now they do that option.
Wow, this is nice. And did they start putting like jumbo fret wire on these deluxe models, or is it? Yeah. Yeah, this is one thing that like I really like on my instruments, because I really do feel super comfortable on a flat fretboard, and having thicker fret wire that's closer to the strings allows me not to have to really push down as hard. So it's kind of like a substitute to the radius fretboard, but then you get a little bit more attack. But yeah, here we go. Here is the Kamaka HF3D 2i.
Wait for the compressors.
Man, this batch sounds so good too.
Yeah.
No.
They got that secret deluxe notch routed out along the edge of the tops. So good.
You missed out on Friday, but I guess you caught up, so everything's fine.
Did they all sound as good as this? That's
Pretty
crazy.
much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Dang. I mean, this is getting pretty close to their custom line sound.
Pretty fat. All right, let's try those singer ukuleles.
Oh. La 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 la.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Let the ukulele do the singing, bro.
So we have a brand new line of instruments from Anuenue. This is the vintage-inspired line called Singer. And there are a few different designs. They actually come in four different designs. This one is the red Sunburst model. And as you can see, it does feature a really nice red sunburst on the top. The top wood or the soundboard is made out of spruce with rosewood back and sides. And what's really nice about this instrument that I like is the inlays that are on here. Kind of reminds you of that old vintage Martin style inlays that you've probably seen on their guitars as well as their ukes from back in the day. And this one has a nice gloss finish, abalone or mother of pearl shell inlay for the fingerboard, the binding, the rosette, and the Singer logo inlaid on the top of the headstock. The red sunburst continues to the back of the neck, is a mahogany neck paired with Goto UPT black tuners. And as you can see, this instrument differs in shape from the famous Moonbird line. It has more of a traditional figure 8 shape to the body. Has a lot of clarity, a lot of sustain. The notes they come out and you can hear everything very crystal clear. So let's check out this new model from Anuenue.
I see like this I guess resemblance. It's kind of like the way that Collings was inspired by Martins before
Oh, yeah.
them, or Gibsons, depending on
Definitely.
which model that they're going by.
I mean, to be honest, like that was like,
The 5 Series.
yeah. That was also one of the first things we thought when we first laid
Yeah.
on there. It's just like, oh, it's almost like a Collins, but it's not. You know?
Well, 17 years ago, I went to the Summer NAMM with one of my main goals was to pick up Collings as a dealer. One of our first great acoustic guitar dealers. I mean, I had spent the previous decade working with building, instruments, but also doing warranty repair on all of these different, all of the main brands, Martin, Taylor, Gibson, etc. And I knew that nobody in Hawaii had Collings, and to me they were like, at the time, by far the best, at least factory made acoustic guitar out there. And it took me 4 days at their booth just talking to them, and they're like, who's this kid? I was in my early 20s. And finally on the last day
Oh yeah, that was like almost 20 years ago.
I got them. But I mean, to this day, I have great reverence for them, and I thought it was really sad when they stopped making ukes. And sometimes they'll do like a tiny run here and there, but these are their own thing, of course. They have that, but they're kind of their own thing in that, like, I feel like the Collings was a little bit more mid-heavy, almost like there's almost a nasal sound to a lot of the mainland sounding ukes, and I think they like that. This has a touch of that, but it's a little bit more modern sounding in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. It's vintage, but also, like you said, it's a modern day ukulele. And like what's interesting about these is that I remember we were talking to our business partners in Taiwan about this line, and it seems like this is pretty much gonna be like its own thing, like Singer, because
that's
of the way it
another-
looks and the way it sounds. So it's kind of like a totally new line of instruments made by Anui Nui, but hopefully, I mean, these things hopefully will stand on their own.
Do you think they're brighter sounding than Moonbirds? It's a different, because I mean, Moonbirds have their own clarity and
Yeah.
brightness, so I don't
I
know.
think
It's
they
kind
have-
of just a different, maybe.
I think they have better clarity.
Well, it does come out really clean.
It's a little more in the high mids, maybe pronounced, whereas like there's a bit of a scoop to the Moonbird.
Yeah, there is. Like in the Moonbird, it's more of like a U shape, you know? Like you have like the mids kind of scooped a little bit. And then what's cool about this is they don't sound the same. It's two different instruments. So now you have like two different crowds of people with different preferences as far as sound and all that.
Yeah, or the same person that like, because you want variety in your arsenal.
Yeah, they just wanna get a
Otherwise,
different
it's
tone.
like
Yeah, can you imagine you have like 20 ukuleles that all sound the same? Like
there is such a thing as backup, or you like the same instrument, high
backup
G
for the
and low
backup.
G or something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, variety is more fun.
Do you agree that it's completely different?
I think it's a new sound from the Moonbirds.
Because the neck feel is different, I think.
This is more of like it's more rounded,
Yeah.
whereas the Moonbird is kind of like a U.
That's also kind of a Collings thing.
But I don't know. I mean, because this is
But
more
maybe
of
it's
like a
more of a
traditional shape neck.
vintage thing. Maybe I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, it is more traditional feeling. I mean, we've been playing these type of shaped necks for forever, right? It's just that there's a different feel per every manufacturer will shape them slightly different.
It's a little more C than D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then again, they were trying to go with something completely different
Yeah.
than the Moonbird series. So.
It's almost like different but yet familiar because it's different from what's on the market currently.
I like the one that you have, Kalei. It's like if you want to wear your jewelry on your ukulele, you can.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I tell people this like a lot of our customers walk into the store and it's kind of like, so you can kind of think of an ukulele as a very quality like gold piece of jewelry. And then once you put these inlays on, it's almost like putting diamonds on a gold ring. It makes it sparkle even more. It also raises the value of the instrument too, but it adds a lot more personality if you're looking for something that stands out. This one in particular, not only does it have a lot of inlays on it, but just the whole sunburst effect is you probably see it from afar.
Well,
Definitely.
like wearing jewelry kind of draws attention to yourself,
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no denying the beauty of shells and metals and all of these
Yeah.
kind of things,
Like, why not?
Yeah.
We've seen
Deck
gold
it out.
and diamonds and
Yeah.
rubies used. It's like, yeah, that's cool. This one keeps it more traditional with shell inlays.
So Corey's got one that's all koa, right?
Yep. Also, in a very nice sunburst.
That's like a light burst.
I think they call it like the tobacco sunburst.
That's not tobacco.
Not so much.
I think
Yeah.
that's what they were, or was it the fourth one that we didn't get? It's supposed to be called that.
That one, cognac burst, maybe I would call that, or something
Cognac.
Very cognac-y.
It's the VSOP.
So this one is completely different from the one you have. It doesn't have all the abalone on the purfling. It does have the rosette, which is beautiful.
I like the maple binding though. Pops.
Yeah, it's very well designed instrument, I think, overall. And this is with the stock Blackwater strings on it.
You guys should try uke logics on these. I think they would match it really nicely.
Oh yeah, I think so. Because like this one already sounds good with like a Aho smooth wound emoji, but I think some uke logics would definitely sound nice.
Yeah. How that one sounds really different from this, just with the strings. Yeah.
Yeah, you get like two polar opposites, because these do have like a really nice, like good quality high frequencies and brightness to them.
But these were just the prototypes sent. Like, what's going on with this line? Are they making these or?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be the next line of ukes, along with other ones.
Yeah, there's some some new models that are coming out.
Other ones that are going to be like these?
Yeah, these are the first 4 that they're releasing. We only received 3 of them, as far as prototypes go. And as you'll definitely know these are prototypes. They don't even have the labels on the inside, so that's one way you can definitely identify these as being different from the rest.
Just stuck a logi on that.
Oh, sweet.
And then this one is a same wood combination, but instead of a red cherry sunburst, this one's a lemon sunburst.
Ooh, lemon burst.
And then it has the same type of maple binding as the Colin one does, but they kept the rosewood theme for the back and sides.
And the neck too is
Yeah, look at that.
a burst.
It's a burst. And then, yeah, same type of inlay for the binding rosette and fingerboard, just as the red model.
Yeah, I just stuck that logi on there. Corey, give us a sound sample on this guy.
Let me tune it because I stretched it a little. Sorry, that note didn't sustain at the end.
Beautiful.
Super nice, sparkly trebles.
It still has body though. You know, it's like it's bright, but it still has this punchiness in the lower register as well.
Yeah, there's like how you were saying earlier, like how most Japanese people like that really clear and bright sounding ukulele. This is that, but reinforced with more warmth and a little bit of low end.
You know, we were just talking earlier too about like how you can change the sound drastically by strings.
Yeah.
You know, a warmer, brighter set. It's almost like the way these are built, it really accentuates the type of tone that you're supposed to, you would expect to get from different string sets. Like if you put a warm set on here, it's going to sound extra warm. If you put a really bright sounding string, it'll sound really bright. So, yeah, why not get something that stands out in a good way?
Yeah, for sure.
The way I think about it, they went to approach the classic build, if you will, but they did an excellent job with it. The same way that some of our favorite custom builders build in traditional fan bracing and vintage styles for the most part, but done very well.
Oh man, my stomach.
I love the new singer line. You guys know that ever since you showed it to me, I was like enamored by them. They're beautiful. They sound good. So very excited to see what comes from them. And hopefully they will not be in short supply. Let's move on to some other fun stuff. I'm thinking like the Hive tenor, and we need to get that UL4 mango in steel. For some reason, we don't have a.
Oh,
Cool.
That might be a interesting duet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite vocal with it.
Yeah, I like. Oh, I'm surprised it stayed in tune. Okay, so this is a secret trick that you can do with the steel string ULs and Newies if you have. And what allows you to do this is the shorter scale length. So you can bend a step and a half. So that is the lick right there. And what you're really doing is you're bending up that full step. But because we have the shorter scale length, any micro adjustments will bring you to the next half step, which is that note here. So the lick is. Now when you do it bending, so yeah, and then you'll bend yourself out of tune, and you have to just do a little micro adjustment, and then you're back in tune. Yeah, basically you just, when you bend it, you have to just give it a little bit more and you'll hit that note there. Oh.
You guys gotta give it good time though on the lullaby part. Like you gotta actually put the baby to sleep before you get rowdy.
Yeah.
goodbye and good night to each and every one of you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification button to stay updated with all of our latest content. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all of your love and support. Please continue to play ukulele and spread the joy of love of music around the world. Thank you guys so much.
Perfect. One more thing to add, thanks Clay, is that we have a new channel on YouTube for our clips that I'm going to be putting up as we get sound samples. So you'll hear individual sound samples of these and more. And I'll put the link right below for TUS clips at YouTube. Aloha. Mahalo.